My name's Ben Leonard. I've been in e-commerce for about a decade now, and I own multiple businesses within the e-commerce space. I'm an e-commerce brand owner and operator myself. I help others to grow their brands through a growth marketing agency. And then at the end of the process, I help others to exit their brands through my investment bank, Ecom Brokers. Essentially, I was simply facing a problem. I was far too stretched. I was the bottleneck in my business, and I needed support to get things off my desk, but not just give them to somebody to carry out tasks, but give these things to people who would become a really valuable member of the team. And I needed to do it in a way that was economic. Oh, it's been awesome. The whole thing is incredibly painless from start to finish. So from the very moment that I make contact when I need to hire someone new through to that hire being embedded in my business, the professionalism and slickness on MultiplyMi's side is remarkable. And it makes the whole thing so much easier and smoother for me. So 10 out of 10. I've found that it's very easy to get swept up in this idea that hiring people from the Philippines is just hiring a VA, almost like a commodity. But with MultiplyMii, you're hiring top-tier talent that's gone through a rigorous process to even get to your desk. By the time it's got to you, it's been through MultiplyMi's process. And so the first time around, I was really pleasantly surprised at the quality of the candidates and the quality of the process by which they were then embedded into my business. And now I'm no longer surprised because I just get to enjoy that each time I need to hire someone. It really dispelled the myth to me that hiring someone in the Philippines is just for low value tasks. You can hire phenomenal people over there. Yeah, so I had a team member who didn't work out. And when it came time to, unfortunately, let that person go and then find a replacement, MultiplyMii were fantastic. First of all, they helped me to let that person go in a constructive way, which was quick, helpful to me and helpful to them. And then very quickly, we got down to understanding what went wrong. How do we hire the right person this time? And how do we make sure that that person is absolutely, that problem isn't going to happen again, because we've actually perhaps maybe been a bit more specific in getting that right person in. And within a very short time frame, I had a fantastic replacement. The replacement cost me nothing. And then in terms of that person, the whole thing's so easy. I get an invoice once a month from MultiplyMii, which covers all of my team members and covers their salary, their benefits, including their health insurance and 13th month. So I don't have, different bills here and there for different team members and their benefits and whatnot. It's all just consolidated into this one payment that I pay every month, making the whole thing really easy. And that invoice that I get is itemized, so I can see exactly what I'm paying, which is really, really helpful. So based on how I work with MultiplyMii, no questions asked. If I need to replace someone, they will, and it's all baked into the cost anyway, so there's no extra cost. So when my team member didn't work out, MultiplyMii were very quickly able to replace them at no extra cost. I would try to dispel the myths about hiring in the Philippines first off, and then I would say just how different MultiplyMii are to the sort of quote-unquote VA hiring services. I don't have any VAs. I have valued team members who happen to be on the other side of the world to me. That's what MultiplyMii does. They find quality, great people who just happen to be in a different economy on the other side of the world. And what I love about it is everybody wins. Like, my company can afford it. The talent that I hire is actually getting paid a phenomenal wage for their economy. What's not to like? One thing I really love is that I know no matter what role I'm gonna need to hire for, MultiplyMii can find me people for that role. Like, it's incredibly diverse. It's not like they just say, oh yeah, we hire people who can do your, look after your Amazon account or something. Like, they're hiring serious people in serious roles for all sorts of different businesses, whether it's an accounting firm or a marketing agency or whatever it might be. And so what's great is I know that as my business scales and I need more and more people, by the way, potentially even very high up the org chart, MultiplyMii can get me those people. And it's great to just know that I've got that there if I need it.